Hello, I'm Camry Crux and you're on TRS climbing course. Today on this course, I'm going to teach you how to belay with an ATC. I'm going to go over how you use it, how it works, and also some mistakes included for you guys. So this lesson is for beginner to intermediate climbers that want to learn a bit more about how the ATC works. And I'll teach you this lesson how to go from noob to pro. Let's get into it. The first mistake I get a lot, and a lot of people ask me as well, is how do I know which side the ATC is? So for my one, I've got two circles, two rings here, and that doesn't really help, is it this side or is it this side, so how can I tell? So normally if you look on the side of the ATC, you should see a climber and you should see a hand, a picture of a hand and a picture of someone climbing. So when you see these symbols, that means that it's on the right. It's supposed to be on the right side of your body, all right? So that already indicates, which side it's supposed to be. But if it's not enough, you see the picture of the climber, that means it's supposed to face towards you. And the picture of the hand should be facing away from you. Make sense? So for this one, I'm seeing that the picture of the climber is right here. So that means that this big ring here should be facing towards me. So now I've figured out which way it's supposed to go. So now I'm going to put it in my carabiner. Another thing I see is, some people putting in the rope the wrong way. So I will be teaching you a little simple trick. So normally when you grab the rope, you're going to bend it like this. So make it like a zero kind of. And then this is where people make the mistake. When they put it in the wrong time or just not know if it's correct or not. So this is very important. If you're left-handed, you will put it on the left side. If you're right-handed, you will put it on the right side. So I am right-handed, I will put it on my right side. As I put it in, I'm going to also put it into the carabiner. Okay, that's that. But have I put it in correctly? So to know you put it in correctly, like I said earlier, we can see the picture of the climber and the picture of the hand. So the back of the ATC, where my picture of my climber is, that rope should be leading to the climber. So if you tied in with that rope, it should be leading behind me. So this one is leading to my climber up here. That should be closer to me. And the one with the picture with the hand, that should be facing the front and leading to the excess rope, if that makes any sense. First, I'm going to be teaching how to give slack, all right? So before you do anything, after you put the rope in, it's correctly, is put in correctly, the first thing you should always check is the carabiner. So they have different types of locking carabiners and just carabiners. You want to be using a locking carabiner. And you want to make sure before you do anything else, you want to lock your carabiner. Safety first, all right? So lock the carabiner. So my carabiner is locked. Perfect. Before I teach you how to give any slack, there's the position that everybody should be in. So we call this the brake position. This means that I'm braked and I'm locked up. So if my climber here say he falls, I'm locked. To get in a brake position, your right hand should be below the ATC next to your hip. And the left hand doesn't matter too much, but it should be on the climber's rope, like this kind of. Make sense? Okay, so when I want to give slack, I will bring my right hand, my brake hand, down below where my hip is. My thumb should be facing upwards, but when I bring it up, it should be facing downwards. So my left hand will stay with his thumb facing up. My right hand will also be facing up, but when I bring it up like this, I will make the rope into a V shape and my right thumb should be facing downwards. So now I've got this V shape. Once I get into this position, that means that I'm not locked anymore. I'm not in a brake position, because if my climber say was to fall, then all the rope can come out like that all at once. So if you're not doing anything, you should always stay in a brake position like this. But if you're going to give slack or take tension, you should do this, bring it above. So now I brought it above, I'm going to give him a little bit of slack. So if I want to give slack, I should pull my left hand up and pull my right hand down, because I'm taking a rope from the excess rope and giving it to him. So I'll show you an example. I'm in the break position, bring it up, and I pull up with my left hand. So now I've given an extra rope. So you can see on my side here, where the rope is, this is kind of straight, so I need to make it a little bit more looser. Bring my hand up, V shape, pull up with my left hand, and I give him slack. So after you give slack, so after I do the V shape and I give him slack, your right hand will touch the end of the ATC. So once it touches the end of the Z, all you want to do is bend your right fist back down under the ATC like that and slide it across the rope back down here. So now you're back in the break position where it's safe. And if your climber falls, he's completely safe. Okay, now we're gonna do a little bit of how to take in tension. So you'll obviously be in your break stance right here, and you'll do the same thing. Your right hand, bring it up in the V shape, but this time instead of pulling up with the left hand, I'm gonna pull up with my right hand, because I want to take the rope from the climber side and give it to the excess rope, if that makes sense. So I'll give you a little example right here. Bring my right hand up, and I pull up with my right hand, and then I bring it down. So as you can see right here where the rope is, I'm gonna do it again. So now you see it's getting loose and it's coming away, getting more straighter. And now look at that, it's straight now. I just got rid of all the slack. So when you're also, this is very important for when you're taking in tension, when you take in tension right here, I'm gonna take it in, you have this like excess rope that I just brought in. So this is all the rope I took from the climber. There's too much rope here. And if I wanted to let go, which I cannot, the climber will fall down. And because there's no brake hand holding to brake, it will just go through my ATC like that. You know what I mean? So I got all this slack, but I want to bring my right hand closer to it without letting go. How do I do it? So we call this the 1, 2, 3 step. So you got too much slack, but you want to bring your right hand closer. But how? What you can do is let go your left hand, because it doesn't matter if you hold this, because your right hand is still on the brake. So if you was to fall, you'd be completely safe. So I can let go my left hand, then I'm gonna bring it on the rope leading to the excess rope. I count that 1. Then I can let go my right hand, because now my left hand is supporting that. I'll bring it above the left hand closer to the AC and count that 2. So now I'm next to the ATC. I've just got rid of all that slack and I haven't let go of the rope. So now my right hand is holding it. I'm in the brake side. I'm in a comfortable position. Now I can bring my left hand back on the climber's rope and we count that 3. Make sense? So I'm going to do it again. Take in tension. I've got all this rope. 1, 2, 3. Make sense? Some things I see as well is when someone's climbing and it's some other person's first time belaying. So say somebody is going to lead climb and someone else is going to belay him with the ATC. He already knows how to take in tension, he already knows how to brake, he already knows how to give slack. So it's all fine, right? But there's one thing that confuses him a little bit, is how much rope he should give him when he's leading. So obviously we know that we should give rope to the lead climber when they're climbing, but how much is good and how much is not good? So I'll show you right here. So normally when a climber is climbing, you should give him a little bit of rope, a little bit of slack. So the rope should be like a banana shape. It should look like a banana shape, like mine right now. It should be like this. If it's too straight like this, it means it's too tight. So it means that the person that's lead climbing can't climb any higher because he's been pulled down by my rope. So I gotta give him a bit more slack. Okay, so this is nice. But say that there's a lot of slack. You can tell when there's a lot of slack when it sags past your knee. So if it sags past your knee, that means it's too much. And if he falls down, it's going to be a big fall. So you want to keep it in between those two. You want a little bit slack, not passing your knees, but a nice banana curl shape, if that makes any sense. I will also be doing another video about this, but when I'm outside, for clearer clarification. The person's at the top, the guy has now finished the climb, so he wants to come down. How do I bring him down? Right. Normally when the person gets to the top, you take in a lot of tension, so you want it really tight. So he's going to sit down and you're going to make it tight. When your climber is sitting down and he's ready to come down, he'll let you know with a lower or just, I want to come down, something to let you know. So when you're ready to take him down, you're going to let go of your left hand. So you can let go of your hand because your right hand is on the brake, so it's all good. You're holding it in place. I'm going to bring my left hand from the climber's rope to the excess rope. So it's up to you where you want to place it, above the right hand or below the right hand. I like to put mine above the right hand, right? And then when you want to lower him, I'm going to feed the rope with my right hand. And it's going to go through my left hand. I won't be doing anything with my left hand, it's just going to be there. So for example, if that makes any sense. So for example, I'm going to show you right here. Kind of like that. So I'm going to feed it with my right hand and let it slide through my left hand like this. Yeah, and you should also make sure that your left or right hand is always under the ATC. Never above like this and never lower like this. Sometimes your right thumb can get jammed inside for when you do this. So whenever they're sitting the rope, you make it tight, both hands under the ATC. One hand feeds the rope, feeds it out the excess rope, and one hand is letting it slide through for in case they fall, you can grip it tight in case of anything, yeah? So I hope this lesson was useful and you learned something new about it. Maybe you were a beginner, you've never used the ATC and you wanted to have a little bit of knowledge of how it worked. Well, this was for you. In my opinion, I think that ATC is better used when someone is lead climbing. So if you're lead belaying, I prefer an ATC, but obviously other people have their own preferences. But if you're just starting out, say beginner to intermediate, I recommend it's good to start with an ATC for when you're lead belaying someone. But again, this is just my recommendation. It's up to you if you want to use something else. So I hope my lesson was useful to you and I will see you in the next one. See you later.